The film begins in a house party where people are having fun. We meet a girl named Courtney, and she's with her friends. One of her friends talk about how she can keep a steady diet with the app called Countdown to Skinny. Her other friends look it up but finds an app called Countdown which tells you exactly when you would die. They agree to download it except Courtney, but she downloads it anyway. Her friends have 30 to 60 plus years to live, but she finds out she has only 3 hours to live. Her friends joke around about it and her boyfriend sees it also. After the party, her and her boyfriend get in the car and she tells him to not drive since he is drunk. She decides to walk on her own while her boyfriend drives. She is paranoid by the little time she has left. She watches for things near her. With 1 minute left she runs to her house panicking. She goes to her bathroom, but she is still scared opening her shower curtains. Moments later, she sees her curtains are fully closed. She hears a notification, but she gets pulled up to her ceiling with the countdown going to 0. She then falls down lying on the ground dead. Meanwhile, her boyfriend gets in a crash and he sees she was supposed to be killed in the car also. We meet Quinn, who is a nurse. Courtney's boyfriend, Evan, now needs to use crutches for his injuries. He shows Quinn he has 19 hours left and he explains how the app works. He now believes the app is real. Quinn celebrates with her co-workers, but they talk about the Countdown app. As usual, Dr. Sullivan lives for a couple more decades. Quinn gets ready to leave work, but she begins to download Countdown, but she looks confused and she sees she has only 2 days to live. Later that night when she's home she hears things around her home, but came to realize it was her sister Jordan sneaking in another boy into their house. But Jordan and Quinn are not really on great terms since Quinn is barely home. The next day at the hospital, Evan hasn't slept all night and sees he has 3 minutes left to live. He walks around the halls, but looks at a security mirror and sees a dark figure behind him, but when he looks he sees nothing. He sees it again and runs away. The lights shut down and he hears noises. Moments later his body is thrown to the ground. Quinn is informed about Evan and she is in disbelief. She tries to check his phone, but it is locked. She goes to his body and uses it to try and unlock it. She gets his phone to open and she discovers that the countdown is on 0 and she is shocked since she downloaded it also. She stresses looking at her countdown. She calls her dad to change plans for another day. She gets called by Dr. Sullivan for help and they help a patient, but he tries to comfort her while she stresses. He continues to speak to her, then asks for a kiss, and she refuses. He keeps on trying to force himself onto her, but she pushes him out of the way, leaving the room. She tries to tell Amy what he tried doing, but he ordered Amy to do something and Quinn is unable to tell her. When she is home she tries everything to delete Countdown, but nothing works. She finds Courtney on the net. She sees another girl who also downloaded Countdown explaining her situation. Quinn starts seeing things, so she breaks her phone and leaves, but her phone turns right back on. The next day she brings her sister Jordan over and she sees Countdown and questions it, but Quinn is quiet. Jordan tells her she wants to know about the app. Quinn immediately tells her no. Jordan quickly leaves since Quinn is acting weird. She goes to a phone repair shop asking for a new phone. She sees nothing is on it and is relieved. Moments later she gets a Countdown notification on the new phone. She complains about it and leaves. When she gets in her car she sees the same dark figure and is confused. She soon meets Matt. He shows her he is also seeing things. They both go to Father David, but he tells them this isn't what he does, and he gives the information of another man to them. Matt goes to the bathroom. Soon someone tries opening his stall. They're barefooted and he is confused. He hears them crying but sees it's not a human at all. Lights shut down. Someone attacks him from behind, but he was just seeing things. Quinn is at a meeting with her co-workers, and Dr. Sullivan says she was the one who assaulted him. She leaves in anger. Matt and Quinn go to a church where they meet Father John, and he thinks he can solve their problem. He tells them stories about an incident in the 27th century. He tells them that the demon after them is a man named Ozan. He says their problem is similar from what happened in the 27th century. They go back to the phone tech so he can hack into the phone, and they offer him $2,300. He attempts to change their countdown time. He changes Matt's to 92 years. Quinn sees that her sister downloaded when she told her not to. Scene shifts to Jordan and she sees that her countdown changed. They both feel better about everything now. They both go to a place together and Matt talks about how his little brother passed away. Quinn also talks about how her mother passed away. Quinn wakes up but she hears noises and tries to wake him up. But Matt opens the door and sees that arm isn't Matt. She sees that countdown went back down to the original time in Matt. She tries to call Jordan but her phone is in another room. She sneaks through to get it but she sees something. Her countdown also changed to the original time. Her door opens on its own so she quickly goes under her bed. But her bed is snatched. She runs to leave, but Quinn makes it already. They return to Father John again. He reveals that it's a curse and he knows how to break it. They go grab paint and a cross. They use salt and make a protective circle to set a trap. Matt only has 2 minutes. He seems nervous and walks away breathing quickly. Quinn goes to comfort him, giving him a kiss. The lights shut down. Father John holds the cross up to the demons. Items collapse and they hear noises. Behind Jordan is Ozan, who John talked about. He burns as he can't get in the protective circle. Matt starts to see things again. He sees his brother that passed away and he instantly folds, walking out the circle. That's not his brother. He is dragged out, and they go help. Matt stands in the street where he is hit with the car and his countdown goes to 0. Quinn is emotional about him and is accepting whatever comes for her. Jordan is brung to the hospital since she had a wound by her stomach. They both have under 20 minutes to live, but Quinn plans on something. She goes to Dr. Sullivan and uses a seductive voice and gets touchy with him. She tells him to meet her in the closed wing. He makes his way over and finds her shirt. They play Marco and Polo for a bit, but Quinn has a crowbar with her and she attacks him with it. She tries to inject him with a lethal dose of morphine. He is pulled away and she sees that it saved him. Quinn figured out that if he dies before he is supposed to, it can possibly break the curse. She continues to search for him. Meanwhile, Jordan has 1 minute left. Ozan comes out of nowhere, so she runs away. Sullivan comes out and punches her. They both struggle, but she is pulled away also. Jordan breaks down, fearing for her life. She sees things are opening and gets closer, but Ozan grabs her and throws her through the glass, about to kill her. Quinn comes out of nowhere with the injection. She is about to sacrifice her life for Quinn, but she starts seeing her mom, who passed away. She almost falls for it but says she's in control and injects herself with it and falls to the ground. This triggers the demon, lifting her from the ground. Ozan fails to try and bring her back to life and crumbles into dust. Jordan checks on her, but Quinn is unresponsive. She notices a writing on her arm that says Narcan. Jordan sees it and uses it to inject Quinn with it. Moments later, Quinn is revived from it, and they hug each other. Days later, they visit their mother's grave. They get news that Dr. Sullivan was arrested for sexual assault. As they are about to leave, Quinn gets a notification of Countdown again with an update. Thanks for watching until the end, and if you made it this far, make sure you subscribe for more recaps.